Welcome, everybody, to the Taking You Back podcast. It has been a while, but we are back again. Uh, we said a long time ago this was going to be Little Monsters. That will not be this episode. First, we're going to go ahead and cover Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Give you a little bit of an Easter themed. It was originally going to be a bonus episode. This is just going to be episode 8. Here Comes Peter Cottontail for Taking You Back podcast. I'm joined by Emily. Thank you, Emily, for being here.
Of course.
Joined, of course, by Whip. Oh, no, he's not here. Seth. No, she's not here either. All right, I'm going to always try to be transparent on the show and honest. So, everybody's busy. Everybody has lives. We're going to do Little Monsters, which was a sour pick. And, we had the group chat going so we can line up schedules and stuff. And at a certain point, I just stopped getting answered. So I don't know what's going on with Will. I don't know what's going on with Sarah. I know Sarah had some personal stuff. Um, Maybe they'll be back. We'll have to see in due time. I don't know if they'll even hear this because I think I'm the only co-host that actually listens to the show.
Well, sorry.
But I don't know if they even listen to it. But guys, you're always welcome back, and we hope to have you back. So there's gonna be a couple episodes you might hear. It's just me and Emily. We're catching up on some things. We're trying to do makeup episodes of. We're gonna try to do all the episodes we had scheduled, so that way we don't miss anything. We don't skip anything. So we're gonna do a bunch of makeup episodes. You'll see episodes coming out more frequently for the next week or two, just to catch up on things, and then we'll get back on schedule. Maybe Will and Sarah will join us when we get back lined up on regular schedule. If not, I got a couple of guests coming in here and there, talk some movies. We'll get more into that later on. But, so yeah. So we're just going to do what we can. We're going to get back at it. Thank you if you're listening. We appreciate it. So thank you to all the fans. Thank you. Thank you to the little 8-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus for this Easter movie. Here Comes Peter Cottontail. We appreciate you and appreciate the Easter Bunny and appreciate you dying on the cross so we can eat chocolate eggs. So, thank you. I'm sorry, that might have been sacrilegious. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize. So, welcome back to the Taking You Back podcast. It's been a while. Episode 8. Here Comes Peter Cottontail. We got some social media ads for you. So you can find us at Midnight Evil Pod, P-O-D, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find us on Anchor, anchor.fm/Midnight Evil Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook. You can find us all over the place. And we're going to try to get, like I said, a couple episodes over the next week or two, catch up on some things. And I got some news stories to catch up on, speaking of which. And the first one, since we're talking Peter Cottontail, today is that Peeps are getting an animated movie. Easter candy Peeps, Chicks, and Bunnies are getting their own animated feature, with news coming out just after Easter. So this isn't about a week old or so, but I thought it was appropriately themed and timed. Emily, you are a big fan of Peeps.
I mean, Peeps are delicious.
Emily loves Peeps. I mean, we have plenty of different varieties now too, so there's got to be Peeps that everyone can have. There's, Frank's Reds to fruit punch to cotton candy.
Personally, I like the cotton candy ones.
I'm not a marshmallow guy. Occasionally, I'll eat some Peeps. I think they had one that now says it's chocolate pudding flavored and Fruit Loops flavored. And they definitely branched out. Back in our day, growing up as kids, it was just yellow Peeps, and that was it. We didn't have different flavors. I mean, they eventually gave us a blue Peep or a green or purple, and we were like, "What? They come in different colors now?" But they all tasted the same. Emily, what do you think? Are you excited for a Peeps animated movie? Would you watch it?
I I don't know. I would probably watch it.
It's described as an animated movie in the spirit of Trolls meets Smurfs.
I'd probably watch it just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have to watch it. The Peeps movie will follow a ragtag group of Peeps characters who set out on a cross-country journey in order to attend Peep Fest, an annual brand celebration in Pennsylvania. So it's about Peeps going on a cross-country journey to go to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
I mean, I guess that's clearly Pennsylvania is the tourist attraction state to go to.
Clearly, I mean,
We drove
where
there for
else would
Freddy
you go to
Fest.
Pennsylvania?
We went there for Freddy Fest.
Yeah, that's true.
We drove there just to watch Freddy Krueger movies at a drive-in.
Yeah.
I guess Peep Fest isn't too out of the realm. A limited amount of Pepsi flavored soda has been created by Pepsi. It says Peeps flavored soda been created by Pepsi, but you cannot purchase it in stores. Well, that stinks, guys. So apparently Pepsi is just holding out now. Well, I would watch a Peeps movie. Um, I, I'm interested to see how they're making movies about all these different things that aren't really flushed out. Peeps is just a candy, and now they're going to turn into a movie.
Yeah. I'm worried it's not gonna be. I'm worried it's gonna be another emoji movie.
Yeah.
Just something that didn't need to be made a movie.
Yeah, or Norma of the North, or one of those terrible ones. Who knows? It's not going to be as good as Peter Cottontail, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, Peter Cottontail is a classic.
I tell you what, Bobby. Yeah, Peter Cottontail came out in 1957 originally. There's a book, The Easter Bunny That Overslept, which I recently purchased in an eBay auction for about $10. A first edition, first print, hardcover, 1957 copy of Peter Cottontail on its way. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe I'm just a sucker for the things we grew up watching as kids. Yeah. But speaking of Easter and candy and all things love and holy, this is a personal jab right in the gut. The state of New York has legalized marijuana.
Must
Um,
be nice.
for those of you that don't know why I said jab in the gut, me and Emily have just moved out to the Midwest from New York,
A
where
year
we,
later, they fucking legalize marijuana.
where we both lived for many, many years. And then what do? We move and they legalize marijuana. How dare they?
It's messed up.
Don't they realize if they would have done this a year ago, we would have been two of their best customers? I mean, Jesus. Talk about missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Uh, well, I don't know if I necessarily missed New York before, but I damn sure do now. What do you think, Emily? You think it's a shot in the heart for New York State to legalize marijuana?
I mean, it's like the one good thing about New York now.
There's a couple good things about New York. Mostly food related. The bagels, the pizza.
Oh yeah, I miss bagels.
You can't get good Chinese food once you leave New York.
I miss the Chinese food place and the bagel place that were right next door to each other.
Uh,
They were both fantastic. And there was a pizza place.
yeah, I
They
can't
were
remember
all
the
in the
names.
same shopping center and they were all delicious.
Can't remember the names of any of them. I was a big fan of Taiyu Chinese restaurant in Massachusetts Beach. Shout out to them. That I'm sure they're
Like
listening.
what's the name of the place? Was it New Rooster, I believe?
On New Rooster on
I believe that was
Neighborhood
also
Road,
in Mastic.
and
That was the
Manhattan
place I
Bagel.
grew up eating.
Manhattan Bagels, where we got
Manhattan Bagel was.
Look,
Yeah, if y'all are listening to this, send us some food.
you can tell we're just a couple of stoners. We're just sitting around talking about the things we miss eating in New York.
Yeah.
All things that we would be, enjoying legal marijuana eating.
Well, I mean, there's definitely places here that are not in New York.
Yeah, out Midwest, it's definitely different than it is in New York. Even down south, it's different than it is in tri-state or out Midwest, but I just thought it was a personal jab in the gut. I mean, listen, marijuana is legal in New York now. It's not like it was necessarily hard to get it in New York before, anyway.
It was not very challenging.
No, not at all. I mean, now it's just you won't go to jail for it.
Yeah.
But they said something like you're allowed to have up to 5 pounds.
I have never seen that much weed in my life.
You're allowed to have up to 5 pounds of weed on you without getting sent to prison.
Legally?
Legally.
That's crazy to me.
Like, what? How does that work?
I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner. Like, they can make so much money off of it.
I think New Jersey passing it first definitely helped. New Jersey definitely helped. Maybe, though, if anybody listening in New Jersey, can you guys smoke more? That way, the state will smell like marijuana and not shit.
Oh, I'm so sorry, New Jersey.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe if I could turn left on the fucking freeways,
Yeah,
I
can
wouldn't
y'all
be
fix
so
your
much.
highways?
Uh-huh.
Or maybe I'm just really bad at directions, but the New Jersey highways confuse me so much.
I mean, listen, we don't hate everything about New Jersey. You know, Kevin
No.
Smith's pretty cool. You know, just
Yeah.
everything else. But y'all will be alright. They've been around for a while. Yeah,
They'll make it.
I think they'll make it. I don't think they're going out of business anytime soon.
What, the state of New Jersey?
Yeah, I think they're good. I think they're in okay shape. Well, that's all the news stories I have. New Jersey's not going anywhere. Baby Jesus is 8 pounds, 8 ounces, and we're going to eat some Peeps and smoke legal marijuana in the state of New York. That's all I got for that. All right, we are here to talk about a children's Easter movie.
Yes.
Sorry, in case you couldn't tell. Let's jump into the movie intro this week. We are covering on Taking You Back podcast episode 8. Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Originally aired on ABC and originally aired on April 4th, 1971. It is a stop-motion animated television special, an Easter special. It was based on the 1957 novel The Easter Bunny That Overslept. Written by Priscilla Friedrich. About 42 minutes. Production company was Rankin& Bass Productions. For anybody who grew up in the 70s and 80s and all that, Rankin Bass is responsible for like all those children's Christmas specials. You know, the Year Without a Santa Claus and stuff like that. Yeah, they made Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and The Year Without a Santa Claus, just to name a few that I can remember offhand. That was directed by Jules Bass and Arthur Rankin Jr. Voices of Casey Kasem, Vincent Price, Joan Gardner, Paul Frees, narrated by Danny Kaye. Emily, do you remember when you first discovered this movie, what your first thoughts or impressions were?
Well, there are certain movies when I was a kid we watched every holiday. This was one of them.
Do you remember what your first thoughts were? Did you enjoy it as a kid growing up? Does it still hold up?
Yeah, I liked it as a kid, but when you start to grow up, you know how you push away things that you think are childish. But rewatching it now as an adult, it's a good movie. I liked it.
I definitely remember watching this as a kid, and it would be on every Easter. It would be on one of the channels, whether it be ABC or ABC Family back in the day, back when it was still allowed to be called that. I don't know. I believe I saw it on ABC first, though, and loved it then. And I'm sorry, I'm still a fan to this day. I try to watch it every single Easter. We watched it, with my son this year on Easter, and it's part of the old tradition there. And I still love this freaking movie. Maybe that's childish. Who knows, right? But I guess we're all allowed to be a little childish at times. Did you have a favorite character in the movie?
Well,
It was Iron Tail, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like Iron Tail and I like Antoine.
So Iron Tail Spider was not your favorite character.
I like the bat he flies on.
Like
too.
the bat better than the spider?
Bat. Yeah.
What about the chocolate tarantulas? You think you could eat one of those?
No.
I don't think I can get behind it.
Probably not.
So Ancho and Iron Tail, what made them your favorite? Great twisted tarantulas.
Well, I think it's funny that Vincent Price voices Iron Tail.
Yes. For many years as a kid, I didn't even realize it was Vincent Price. But now, as an adult, hearing the voice, you're like, oh yeah, what the fuck was I thinking?
I think it's funny too how they explain his tail, how some kid like skated over it.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't they find a better replacement than a piece of iron?
Yeah. Apparently not. This is the 70s, yeah. This is back when they would put you in an iron lung. Like,
yeah.
That's a full ass like metal coffin. You're just laying in polio and stuff like that. So, I guess my favorite character, besides the narrator, because I like this guy, Danny Kaye and the singing and stuff. I guess it's just Peter Cottontail. I'm sorry. Listen, you know why? Because he's relatable. He went out and partied when he knew he had work the next day.
Yeah.
Overslept and missed work.
And then he has to travel
done that? Who hasn't done that? And time traveled. We've all been there.
Yeah, very relatable thing.
Yeah. Who hasn't got drunk?
He has to learn his lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to fix his mistakes.
Yeah. Who hasn't got drunk and just slept late?
Yeah.
Who hasn't fucked up a holiday for their family?
Who hasn't had a rival that fed their rooster bubblegum so it couldn't wake them up the next day?
I know when I go to bed every night, I make sure my rooster doesn't have any bubble in his mouth.
Of course, it's a given.
Because otherwise, I ain't gonna make it to work the next day. It's a totally relatable movie.
Yeah.
Time travel and whatnot, and I'm in. Sure. Did you have a favorite scene in the movie at all, Emily?
One of my favorite scenes is probably when Peter Cottontail and the narrator Sassafras meet.
Sassafras.
And he's. I also love what they do with color in this movie.
Yes.
And that scene is one of those examples.
I think my favorite scene is probably when he's singing Iron Tail. When he's singing the song about how he's gonna make Easter all evil and stuff, and chocolate tarantulas, and no kids are getting toys or nothing. Yeah.
Maybe he just belongs in Halloween.
That's true.
Maybe he's just a goth bunny.
Watching this movie with a time travel to the different holidays makes me very much think Tim Burton might have been a little inspired for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
From this movie.
Instead of a flying vehicle, they were just doors that brought you to other holidays.
Instead of the Easter Bunny, it was just the guy who represented Halloween.
Yeah.
He was going to different holidays.
Kind of similar movies.
It's very similar in that aspect to me, I feel like. They just, they could make a whole new movie where Santa Claus visits the other holidays now. And
it was also, both movies were about their jobs.
Yes.
This one was about Peter Cottontail and how he was trying to become the Easter Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Skellington didn't want to be the king of Halloween Town, so he tried to find other holidays.
Mm-hmm. I think it's definitely ties in there a little bit, and there
might have been some inspiration.
Yeah.
I could see it if there was.
The singing, of course. Yeah. Not a Tim Burton movie unless somebody's singing something stupid.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I
don't know what
Michael Keaton's a terrible Batman.
Right. Why do you always have to bring Michael Keaton's Batman into this?
I didn't bring Michael Keaton into Batman. He did. That's on him. First he ruined Batman, then he ruined Willy Wonka.
What do you mean he ruined Willy Wonka?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a terrible movie.
What?
Johnny Depp is not a good Willy Wonka.
What does Michael Keaton have to do with it?
No. Tim Burton. Tim Burton ruined Batman, and then he ruined Willy Wonka.
Okay. I thought you were still talking about Michael Keaton.
No, Michael Keaton's fabulous when he's not trying to pretend he's Batman.
Everyone who has played Batman pretended to be Batman. None of those people are actually the Batman. That's not true.
Adam West is Batman.
Okay, with the exception of Adam West.
Adam West is... You can't get
with the exception... Okay.
And Christian Bale tried. But,
He wasn't that bad of Batman.
No, he just spent too much time yelling at people on set, I guess. Well, no, that was Terminator. Sorry, my bad. I fucked up the reference.
Way to go.
Way to go. Drop the ball.
Congratulations.
Now little 8 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus is not going to be happy with me. We ain't shaking and baking nothing. There goes Easter. Well, we'll pick up the pieces of this earth-shattering devastation, and we'll start talking about the. How did you feel about the overall look and feel of the movie, the cinematography? Did you like the claymation almost look and feel, the stop motion animated?
I love it, personally. I love movies like this.
To me, it's not it's not really an old school holiday movie unless it looks like this.
You know what I like is it's simple.
Hmm.
They're not trying to do a bunch of I don't know. They're not trying to make it too fancy,
Yeah,
too over the top.
it looks good. It looks clean. It
Looks
all
very
works.
yeah.
That's to think this is stop motion. For those of you who don't know what stop motion is, it's literally they make these little models, right, and they take pictures, and it's like they move like the tiniest little fragment of any bit of motion, and then take another picture, and then they repeat this process thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of times. Sometimes, depending on how big the movie is. That is some
Yeah.
tedious fucking shit.
I love stop motion. I admire it so much in
I give
movies and
anybody
film.
credit to whoever worked on stuff like this. Imagine this was a 42-minute movie. Remember just some of those longer
Yeah.
stop motion anime movies.
A full length, hour and a half,
Yeah,
2 hour movie.
I know. Like the amount of time Nightmare Before Christmas took was uh, amazing. How much time after that took, but even this for the 70s, imagine the farther back in history, the more you had up against you. Definitely. What'd you think? Do you like this overall look and feel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think of the soundtrack?
I like the soundtrack. It might be a little cheesy by today's standards,
Oh,
but
it's great.
it's nostalgic. It's
You like the songs and the.
I like the whole sound of it. It all works together.
I love the soundtrack. I love the Pete Cottontail song. I love Danny Kaye singing it. I love the song originally came out. When was that? It came out. Mm, the book came out in '71, and the song came out in 1949. The song was by Steve Nelson and Jack Rollins, who also went on to write Frosty the Snowman in 1950. So
Good
they've done
streak.
some
Yeah.
they know what they're doing here. The name Peter Cottontail was first used in a 1914 Thornton Burgess book. So the name Peter Cottontail first came in around in 1914.
Wow.
Yeah, and even in the book from '57, they just call him the Easter Bunny. They don't call him Peter Cottontail.
Hmm.
Uh, so, what did you think of the ending of the movie? Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Peter
I
becomes the Easter Bunny. He saves the day.
Yeah, I like that Antoine comes back as a butterfly after
Yes.
Peter left him behind.
I don't think it was on purpose,
I don't think it was on purpose, but still.
but it was fucked up. It was on purpose, but it was still fucked up. He's just like, oh no, I guess I'm out of here. Sorry, guy who saved my ass.
Yeah, right?
See you when I see you. And then bam, he shows up. And now he's Mothra. He's kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking great, dying. Oh, sorry. That's how that ended up for her.
It's
Antoine's still
messed up.
alive though. He's hanging out with the turtles on the ice skating rinks.
Yeah, how are turtles surviving in that climate?
Because they're awesome. They got those little hard shells.
Yeah, but don't turtles need water?
Well, I mean, ice is just frozen water.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how turtles
I'm
work.
not a turtle expert.
Me either.
I just know that Rocky had two turtles named Cuff and Link, and that's all I know about turtles. Turtles, unless they're teenage mutant ninja turtles. Then I know they come in a half shell and they like pizza. That's all I got for turtles. And, That was all I got for Turtles. Uh, so would you watch this movie again, though? Would you recommend it to people who haven't seen it?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it to someone who hasn't seen it. I'd probably watch it again next Easter.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love that it's April Valley, is where all the Easter bunnies are from. April, Easter, tied it all together there.
Yeah.
And then this is made by the same people who made all those Christmas movies. It reminds me with all the bunnies working like in unison, and it reminds me of all the elves from the other movies. Honestly,
Yeah.
I love that Vincent Price is the voice of Iron and I love that he calls people whippersnapper. That's one of those old school words that we heard a lot back in the day. At least in my generation.
That was a real word people used?
Yeah, people use whippersnapper. Just like people used to say, I'm going to go over yonder.
People really said that?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, back then I guess we just had better words. I don't know.
What did that mean when you say I'm going yonder?
Over there.
Over there? Over
Yeah.
where?
Wherever you're going.
Oh.
Depends on where yonder was.
I suppose so.
It's different places. And but even though maybe Nightmare Before Christmas got inspiration from this movie, I think Peter Cottontail's ear going down when he lies is kind of reminiscent of Pinocchio.
Yeah.
He lies and his nose get bigger, I love that Iron Tail flew around on the bat. I love the story about how the kid with the skateboard ran over his tail.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that the garden, Sassafras Garden, the Garden of Surprises.
Yeah.
That's where he gets all the colors.
I love the witch when she was trying to scare him, and
Yeah.
Peter Cottontail was not phased.
Esmeralda.
Yes.
Esmeralda, the 379-year-old, which is a random number, but she's 379-year-old witch, and she acts like she thinks of herself as a has-been, honestly.
Yeah. And Peter Cottontail kind of builds up her confidence again.
Yeah. He saved the day. Apparently they don't appreciate heroes around here, Betty.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And why are octopuses evil?
What?
Iron Tail in the movie gives out chocolate octopuses and tarantulas.
He does, doesn't
yeah.
I'm not sure.
My guess is he thinks they're evil because tarantulas and stuff.
Maybe like a Cthulhu-like creature? But that's a little... I don't know. That's a little out there.
Yeah, that's too much. This is an Easter movie. They ain't got Cthulhu in there.
That's all I can think of why.
Well, I guess they got time travel. Why not Cthulhu?
Yeah.
The Yestermorrobil.
Yeah, apparently there's just a calendar in the sky.
Which travels from now to then. I love that the caterpillar is French.
Yes, very random.
Antoine, the French caterpillar. So the first holiday they visit is Mother's Day. That's when he wakes up and realizes he slept through, right? And he gave away no eggs on Mother's Day. Then he visits the 4th of July. And luckily, Sassafras keeps paint and a rabbit-sized 4th of July hat in his machine at all times.
Yes.
He had the full-on costume and everything, apparently. And then he called himself Uncle Sam. Sam, your Independence Day bunny. You ever see that old Uncle Sam horror movie?
No, I have not.
That's on the schedule, and hopefully we're gonna stick to the schedule now.
Hopefully.
We're trying to catch up and get back on schedule. So Uncle Sam coming later this year. Look forward to that. It's low budget 90s horror, so get your fucking shoes strapped on or get ready to go, because we're going down the cheesy highway. We're about to get one of those cheese choppers.
Yeah.
It'll work out good. I love that the kids threw torpedoes at Peter.
Yeah.
They're basically just fireworks, right?
I think so.
No, it was with the eggs.
Oh.
That's right, I'm sorry. Then they visited Halloween. That's where they met Esmeralda, yeah. And then was it Montrosor?
Montresor?
Montresor, that's how you pronounce it. The bat steal the Halloween eggs.
Yeah.
I loved Iron Tail's. He had many great lines, but I love when he said, "Great twisted tarantulas." So the fourth holiday they visited was Thanksgiving. Couldn't give away a single egg because everybody was stuffed from eating Thanksgiving dinner.
Should have saw that coming.
Yeah. Should just skip
Couldn't
right
even be
over
upset
it.
about that.
Nope. Christmas was the fifth holiday visit, and the streets were deserted on Christmas. There was nobody to give eggs to, which is not the case now. Maybe it was the case in the 70s when this came out, but nowadays you go anywhere, there's people getting, Black Christmas shopping deals or last minute deals.
Oh yeah.
People going out and buying an Easter bonnet, Bonnie bonnet.
Yeah.
Why did they watch Iron Tail steal the eggs, but then only come out to yell at him after he already started flying away?
Peter was just so busy catching up with Bonnie, so he just figured I'll let him steal him and I'll catch up with them.
Peter Cottontail reminds me of the guy who you go out to the bar with, and he's challenging like the biggest guy he sees to the fight, and then he gets behind you to do the fighting. That's who Peter Cottontail is. Peter Cottontail's in the back like, you don't know me, hold me back.
Yeah.
Like what? Meet Mike Chocolate, Milk Chocolate Angela. Remember him? Leonardo Day Bittersweet. Sorry, off topic there. But yeah, I thought Peter was kind of a bitch there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He couldn't stop on New Year's Eve, so he's probably drinking again. But then they go to visit Valentine's Day, and
where Peter does meet a girl bunny.
Donna.
It is a very nice scene.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. They skate together.
He helps her put it on her skates.
Yeah.
It was a nice little Valentine's Day themed scene. That's when Iron Tail turned all the eggs green, so nobody would want them ever. Just fucked up. Is green like a bad color?
Well, for an egg, yes.
I guess that's true.
I wouldn't want to eat a green
I guess
egg.
if any kind of food, my food was turning green.
Yeah. When I see green food, I associate that with mold.
Yeah,
so
I thought he was just hating on Irish people. Yeah. But then we go to the seventh holiday, St. Patrick's Day. They visit. Peter, calls them shamrock eggs.
Yeah. It worked out perfectly.
And it worked out. And he gave his eggs away, and he won the contest. Peter Cottontail became the Easter Bunny, and all is well in April Valley once again.
Okay. Would you say that was cheating to win the contest? Because if you remember, the terms of the contest were whoever gives away the most Easter eggs becomes Easter Bunny. But then they tell Peter, when he's trying to give out eggs after he realizes he overslept, what if you don't make them Easter eggs? But if you theme them after other holidays?
So you mean to tell me that somebody in charge helped somebody they wanted to become boss?
I don't know.
Cheat to win something?
Did someone tell him to do it? Did Sassafras tell him, or did he come up with it on his own? Did he see the paint and come up with it on his own? Or did Antoine nudge him?
I think the time travel thing was definitely Sassafras pushing him.
But that's my question. If those eggs were not Easter-themed eggs, should he have won that contest?
I mean, if you can go back in time and win the contest, couldn't Iron Tail just go back in time now and do the same thing?
I was gonna just say, I suppose, though, if Iron Tail, chased him throughout the thing, couldn't he have put on his own competition to give out eggs as well?
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, because I never watched this, but I know you did, I believe. In 2005, they made a computer animated sequel, Here Comes Peter Cottontail, the movie. What's that movie about? Is it a different story?
Freaking loved that movie.
It's a different story, right? Because it's a sequel.
Okay. I haven't seen it in so long, so I don't remember everything about it.
But I mean, it's not just like a remake, right?
I don't know, I'm thinking about it. It's kind of similar.
Is it? It was just like animated.
I know there was a clock in it.
Is it just like an updated version, basically?
Honestly, I have to rewatch it to really remember everything.
I've never seen it. That's
but
why.
I used to love that movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
Let me.
I love Peter Cottontail. I have it on DVD. I have it on Blu-ray. It was released on Blu-ray for the first time in February 2019 as a Walmart exclusive. But it's an edited version of the film, is what it says, rather than presenting the full unedited special.
So for the 2005, Here Comes Peter Cottontail.
Okay.
There are some extra characters,
Uh-huh.
but
Is
the
that the first
villain
one?
is also January Irontail.
Uh,
There's
January
I believe there is
Q
another.
Iron Tail.
Yes,
Because Q is
voiced by
evil.
Roger Moore.
That's not as good as Vincent Price, but he was long dead by then.
I am seeing now that Tom Kenny voices more than one character.
That's not uncommon. So
There's a lot of people
we
in this
watched the
movie.
Blu-ray version of this movie. The Blu-ray version is about 10 minutes shorter than the DVD version.
What?
So we didn't even get to watch the full version.
What?
Oh, I didn't know that. I have both versions. We could have watched the longer one. I just didn't realize.
I didn't realize either.
Thanks for giving us the heads up, Walmart. Appreciate it, guys. Uh, don't have much more uh, other than the earliest mentioning I could find, and the earliest record I could find of the Easter Bunny. It was first mentioned in 1682. So that was the first time I could see anything about the Easter Bunny. Like I said, even in the book, he's just called the Easter Bunny. He's not called Peter Cottontail. I don't think Peter Cottontail came around until later on. But yeah, that's all I had for this movie. Emily, what do you think of the movie?
I think overall it stands the test of time.
You think thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle?
Definitely a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm going 2 thumbs up, way up. I love everything about this movie. I would recommend it. Uh, Definitely going to watch it again, and I look forward to watching it again.
Yeah.
Emily, thank you for your time here. This is a shorter episode, but like I said, this was originally just a bonus episode,
Yes.
and it's a 42-minute movie, so
yeah, it's a shorter movie,
it's
but
a short movie.
you know, it's
But
a holiday episode.
Yeah, we want to cover it for Easter. Originally, it was going to come out on Easter. Everything got mixed up with the schedules and
Yeah, some scheduling conflicts.
not getting answers and trying to get everybody's things lined up. And
hopefully, we've got this worked out a little bit better.
Yeah, so
we're on our way to catching up.
Yeah, like I said, we're in the process now of catching up. I got some other things. I do think the next episode for the Taking You Back podcast is going to end up being Little Monsters. I don't think Sarah's going to be on the episode. She's got a lot going on left right now, but she picked it, we watched it, so we're gonna talk about all things Little Monsters and all the controversy that surrounds that movie. So that should be the next episode on the Taking You Back podcast. So stay tuned. The next episode we will cover for Taking You Back is Little Monsters. We got some other ones in the can coming out soon that we're working on. We are late a couple episodes, but we got Almost Famous coming to you guys soon. I believe in the next couple of weeks we got The Crow coming up soon. We got some good ones coming out. We're working on those. We got a 420 double feature coming out.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about all things 420 and celebrate it with 2 movies back to back, 2 different days. The first one should be dropping on the 19th. And then the 20th will be the second part. So we got some stuff coming up, guys. Like I said, we got some guest hosts lined up for the next week or 2 that should come up soon. Things are changing, things are evolving, but things are getting back to normal. Will and Sarah, hopefully, you guys hear this. Hit me up. Feel free. If you heard that loud bang, that was my dog falling off the beanbag chair while she was sleeping.
See it. I didn't even see what happened.
She rolled right off. You okay? All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna talk about Easter bunnies and stuff, and hang out with the dog. We will see you next week for Little Monsters. Thank you, Emily.
Anytime.